Correct.
Yeah, a little bit of a threat.
That concerns me.
Hello and welcome back to Cosmos Candela here on Dying of Exposure. I am your game mommy, and I am joined by my kooky cosmonauts. Say hello, kooky cosmonauts.
Hello
there.
Cookie Cosmonauts.
I don't know what.
Why you trying to rizz up the stream immediately?
It's Pride Month,
You did post that you're like May 31st and then suddenly June 1st. Very different energies.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month. It is Pride Month. And to celebrate Pride Month, we're going to return to our hot vampire fight. A little recap of last session after making the tough decision to go straight to the vampires from a meta game above table mechanic. This group found a group of vampires immediately feeding on someone after Kilo did a good old-fashioned swing out, knock the mailbox off, and nearly fully decapitated. You didn't decapitate. You squooged the brain out of the top of the vampire's head due to their resisting the force of your attack. Turned the ice cream truck around, green sleeves, of course, still blaring in the background, and you found yourselves heading off against a cadre of vampires. Tery made the interesting choice in that moment to, because all of these vampires were hot, to immediately approach the
you just made me remember
Ben Bailey vampire and Tery and Ben Bailey vampire, or Ben Bailey, John Bailey, something Bailey,
John Bailey,
Jonathan Bailey, not Ben Bailey, Jonathan Bailey,
Queen of the Damned Vampires.
Yeah, as opposed to the Queen of the Damned Vampire, the Morticia Addams vampire, or the Jack from Mass Effect 2 vampire. A flavor for everyone. And unfortunately, the brooding, like hyper masculine, probably should have been cast as a werewolf, but is a vampire. Vampire is the one whose head got squooched. For that type.
I thought that's what we were going for. I didn't know.
I mean, it is. Izzy tried to launch a flying kick at one of the vampires and was gently steered off from the Queen of the Damned vampire to the Morticia vampire through various roll successes. Eddie beelined for the victim that was on the ground and discovered that they were not turning, but they were extremely low on blood. Brought them back into the ice cream truck and was yelling out to Nim to help, Nim and Kilo to help, because this person needs blood, and Eddie might have to do a field transfusion all of a sudden. Izzy's in the mix. Tery and Jonathan Bailey reappeared suddenly as all this was going on. We don't have Julia in the session. They might be able to show up a little bit later, but until then, I will be playing Tery because I have an instinct for what Tery's positions will be. As they pop back, we come back into scene with them appearing, all of you remembering that they all exist, being sure that they disappeared for a bit. Tery seems fine. Jonathan Bailey seems fine. They're both kind of half embracing each other, kind of hands lingering at the hips / waist.
You can't look at it.
Abby's being attacked.
One of our players is being attacked live on stream. It's fine.
When have I ever had respect?
And a giant ferret. Jesus.
Jonathan Bailey vampire looks around and shouts out, "Wait," to everyone. Now, you all can roll your character sheets about this. This isn't a magical ability other than his voice can easily be heard above the noise and complication. He's not doing anything. He is calling for everyone to wait. So I'm curious what Izzy, who is the most in the mix of hand-to-hand combat right now, having just kind of not quite got you I believe you ran over Morticia, but clipped past Queen of the Damned.
Good.
I
Leave her
clipped past
alone.
Queen of the Damned. But you ran over Morticia. So Morticia is under the ice cream truck. You haven't had time to
What a sentence.
check.
It's very Wicked Witch of the East.
No,
style,
this is a
just
scary
pop it out.
horror campaign, guys.
So
Take it
Morticia is
seriously.
under the
Morticia
ice
is
cream
under the
truck.
ice cream truck. You go-gurted the
Briefly
brains out of the
Okay,
out of
go-gurting the brains out of someone sounds very erotic.
I mean,
Depending on which head you grab.
I mean, I'm good with either. I've got a death fetish. Anyway, you
So
go-gurted the
sad.
brains out of one vampire. There was a makeout session at a liminal space where a vampire and the oldest man on the station drank milk out of wine glasses and then smooched.
That is so uncomfortable.
I feel like we're all
Take
just
any of
stopped
us
in
The milk
awe.
makes it
out of
bad.
the situation.
It's not the liminal space. It's not the makeout. It's the fact that they had to drink their milk before they had the makeout.
Well,
session.
They both
Not
have each other.
very
They have
now
each other's
before
milk
going
mustaches
in.
on.
yeah, two milk mustaches staring at each other. But yeah, so
Turning to a milk goatee.
Izzy, I'm gonna ask you first. With all of this popping in, and with you kind of recovering, like recovery rolling on the ground to stand up and get ready for your next maneuver. This is when, for you, all the memories come back, and you know that like there was some magic, supernatural, strange shit going on that made you like that they disappeared to and came back from. What is Izzy's instinct when suddenly they hear this loud shout of "Wait"?
Well, after seeing the makeout set, a lot of our stuff ends up with makeout sessions. But like watching the makeout sessions, like
well,
pretty
you didn't
much-
see them
About
making
that.
out.
Yeah, no, you don't see them making out. You see them pop
No.
back in. They're both in
Yeah.
clearly what I will
But
call
they're in an embrace.
a lingering
embrace,
embrace,
okay.
where they're not like gripping each other. They're like
Yeah.
it's like they're parting from
someone's
the embrace.
hands in someone's back pocket kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like,
that kind of like level. So you can see that pop in, and everything, and then from your physical read on Jonathan Bailey Vampire, which is his canonical character name, Jonathan Bailey. I don't have another name for this character.
I'm JBV. How you doing?
JBV.
Bailey,
You look at JBV. And everything, you can quickly assess, even though these vampires move pretty quickly, that they are not in a tensed or like aggressive stance. They're in a stance that says, I am about to or just pausing from making out with this person in my arms or like in my close proximity right now. So that's the information you know.
There's a combat roll to recover and just kind of, it is still tense but very confused.
Yeah, but you
Time to
pause
pause.
a little bit. All right.
What just happened?
What's happening?
In the van, Kilo, because I think Kilo are in the truck, ice cream truck. Kilo, Izzy, or not Kilo and Izzy. Kilo, Nim, and Eddie are all in the ice cream truck. I think
Yeah.
Kilo's at the wheel. Nim is kind of like
Yeah.
ducked down below the dash, trying to observe some situations. And Eddie is in the back with a bleeding, with a slowly dying. Actually, slowly, the death has been slow, but the end of the journey is nigh. Kind of thing, because they were drained out, so there's not enough blood in their system to keep their heart pumping. Performing CPR right now, but knowing that, and Eddie, I believe, had just called for like, I need I need like a tube or something. This person needs blood.
Those are dark. Yeah, it didn't go out.
But yeah, what is Kilo's response to all of this information?
So my response, hearing this vampire tell us to stop, I immediately do the biggest eye roll of my life and look to see what kind of expression Tery has on his face right now, because I know he's done something. He's done something in this situation that this is why this is happening. What does Tery look like?
I'm gonna need you to roll for this
Okay.
to truly understand, because again, Terry's got so much synthetic about him that
Yes.
he is hard to read.
Can I do a survey?
Yeah, you can
Or
do a
a
survey. I'll let you do
Mine's
survey
like
if
an
survey is
enigma.
better for you than read.
It is. Okay. Freaking
You can hit that.
Tery.
Go get your drink.
I got a 6.
This.
Kilo, you recognize a look that shouldn't be on a man Terry's age's face.
God.
A look of like, I'm gonna go with a 17-year-old teenager that
This man's too
that's
goddamn
executive functions have not solidified and intellectually understands that maybe this person in front of them is more complex than the first instincts that they have about them, but is deeply overwhelmed by having a on-site, like almost like hormonal level crush on this person. That's kind of the vibe. So there's like a little bit of it. It's not completely, honoring the fact that Tery didn't just immediately be like, turn me to a vampire. And so there's like a
think,
little bit there, but it's like you're like, oh no, that is a person that is aggressively and almost subconsciously trying to justify bad choices.
Kilo,
Just gonna be clear.
being the good boy that he is, unbuckles his seatbelt for where he was in the driver's
Of course
seat.
he
You
does.
law
Of course he
follower
does.
wearing a
Just-
seatbelt.
And
Thank you, Ralph Nader.
And he
Look at
as he like kind of
Okay, let's see
repositions
the
himself, he just kind of mutters, "Goddamn horn
that.
dog,"
He's like,
and then he
That hard
sticks
doc.
he sticks his he's got himself braced between like the roof of the ice cream truck with one arm, and he's got a hand on the outside, but his other two arms are crossed as he leaves out the window, just waiting to hear what this son of a bitch has to say.
What bullshit you gonna give me now, young man? I'm
You
already
told me
disappointed
stop.
in you.
I stopped.
So
Now what?
what is now, and this may be impacted by Eddie, because this isn't like in like a turn subsequent thing. Eddie has made the call out, and call out for the help. What is Nim and Eddie doing in this moment? I don't know if Eddie's concerned about the whole weight portion. You have a different mission on your hands than other people right now, but
When Eddie's like, it's like, oh, blood transfusion now. Like, Nim immediately like pops her head up and starts like crawling over it, like over like the back to the back seat, trying to get to the back and everything.
all right.
Probably fumbles around when Kilo stops the car. He's like, ugh.
Nim, I'm gonna have you do a survey check,
Survey check.
because everyone's watched medical dramas. You roughly understand
Yeah.
what like dramatized field medicine is. So you're looking around for materials that are immediately available that could
Did
possibly
first
be
aid
used
training
as,
at the office 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I might remember something.
but more importantly, survey check.
Survey.
This has a pretty oddly impactful thing. So if you want to burn a drive or two, feel free.
I was thinking about it. There's a person's life on the hands. So I'm gonna burn one. So I'll have 3 dice. That sounds pretty good.
Yep.
3 dice.
5 or 6 is what you're targeting for.
Okay. A 1, a 2, and a 5.
There you go. Well,
Thank
you
God for
needed
that
those
dice.
3 dice, because it could have just been a 1 or a 2.
Thank goodness I got a dry. A 1 and a 2 would have sucked balls.
You find,
So bad.
fortunately, this ice cream truck has a cooling cooling device in it, and even though we've confirmed that it's that it's the type of version that sort of like generates the items,
Yeah.
it still needs tubes and such to provide the materials
syrups and stuff.
and provide the materials. So you're able to kind of quickly catch, maybe because you're quelling, the side hatch to fix that and pull some fairly thin, like millimeter sized tubing out there
Right.
that you're not sure if it's particularly sanitary, but it's not particularly unsanitary. It's housed inside of a device. So it's not like people have been like doing that. So at most it's dusty. And then you don't find anything for sanitation, but you do find or you do know that Eddie probably has something sharp enough to create the lead line for it. And so so you're able to kind of quickly pull that tubing out.
Okay.
While they're pulling the tubing and the vehicle stops, Eddie, and you're doing that, watching them doing the tubing.
Whoa.
What's Eddie's instinct here?
My arms.
I think you might be muted. Well,
Eddie's instinct. Honestly, Eddie's kind of panicking because, like,
Real.
like he's not CPR. He's not trained in CPR. He's not like
First aid.
If he has watched medical dramas, he was high as fuck when he did so. So it's like even like he can't even really perform at. Like he knows to do the push thing, but he doesn't know how many times or like how long you're supposed to breathe for. What are you checking for? You just push, right? So yeah, Eddie's like I said, Eddie's just kind of panicking right now. Hang on, let me.
Have you checked his airways? Is he have blood in his esophagus? What's going on?
Yeah, everybody knows we gotta cut open his neck.
No, he's not choking. He can breathe.
All right, guys, we gotta cut open his neck.
You don't have to grab a pen and like as the first.
I got a buck knife.
You just stab it up.
You know what?
You don't have to trach him.
I think in the mindset of the 1700s.
You know what? Let me make a I'm gonna make a focus. I'm gonna make a focus roll.
Yeah.
To see if I can sort of fight through the panic.
Yep.
You know,
I think that's fair.
Trying
That's
to get your
5.
brain to get away from the hindbrain.
I think that it would be fair in my mind. Eddie fighting through the panic. You don't watch medical dramas. You don't do that, and you're running on it, and then something, maybe an errant thought, maybe while you're running in it, you need to get blood into a body.
Mm-hmm.
You don't watch medical dramas, but what you do, Eddie, is a lot of drugs. And if there's anyone that knows how to stab into veins and arteries, it's an addict that does every drug on the planet.
Yeah.
And so
you know how to do with a syringe.
So if you know where to shoot up, you know where to cut up. You don't have the knowledge of like, and then like I want to insert the tube into myself first or into them, or do I suck it like stealing fuel out of an old vehicle in one of those dramas that I've period piece dramas that I've watched where they had liquid fuel. Like you're gonna be kind of from the hipping that stuff, but you do know if I plug this into this.
Is there tape?
With Abby's 5 there is indeed tape, yes.
Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like out of one of my pockets, I take a syringe and there's a beat where like someone looks at Eddie like sort of knowingly, like they may start to ask, why do you have a syringe? And it's going to be one of those moments of, you know, the answer to that.
So I'm just like, the only thing we don't have a syringe. Oh, you have a. Why do you? That doesn't matter.
What do you have? Wait.
So Eddie is going to basically take that syringe, basically tape and just like tape around a bunch of the syringe, and then find the right vein to sort of get it in.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and
So that we
so
can get some blood going.
I'm
if
gonna
we can
have
figure out
you-
where to get the blood.
I'm gonna have you roll the roll for doing this successfully. But we're not going to narrate or not, but we're not going to narrate that. We're going to cut back, but I'm going to have you do the rolls now. I would say that there's a lot of things here that don't quite exactly lock this in. Some of it might be sleight of hand. Some of it might be like survey. Some of it might be like the some of it
I
might be
feel like
focus.
it could be survey because
Yeah.
like just basically trying to
Survey.
spot the right, like
I
notice the right spot to.
Yeah. I think, Eddie, you have one drive left in,
I do have one drive
in
left.
intuition. I would highly recommend that, and you're getting one added die because Nim is actively right there watching. Nim doesn't have to roll anything for this. They're just giving their presence there as a second set of eyes. Is giving you the added
What
die.
does gilding do?
Gilding?
Yeah, what does the mean for a die to be gilded? I
A
know
gilded
we
die is
explained
how you
before,
earn
but I
drives
forget.
back between rests, essentially.
Okay.
So if you announce that you're going to go with your gilding die, regardless of what it is, and you go with it, even if it's a failure, you get a drive back.
Okay.
I got a 4.
A 4.
Oof. Okay.
All right, Eddie. I'm going to say with a 4, I'm going to let this be your choice.
Okay.
You've done it okay, but you know it's a little off. You're not sure with a 4 on whether or not it is a success. I'm going to let you think about this and you can announce it. And then we'll go into the kind of the overall scene narration. If you take a body mark, you're pretty sure you can do it. But you don't have to tell me the answer now. And we're not going to like complete the scene now. But a 4 is close-ish. A 5 or a 6 obviously would have been better. But a 4 gets you into that range where you can sacrifice a bit to get there. So consider what Eddie would do in that situation. And we're going to cut back to Izzy, Kilo, and Tery, and Jonathan Bailey, Vampire, and Queen of the Damn Vampire. Jonathan Bailey.
Oh my God, she's still here.
Yeah, she's still here.
That's
She's
so
still here.
crazy.
Guess I had her brains knocked out.
She's made
During Pride Month.
during Pride Month.
I look over at the Jax one, just
Yeah. So Jonathan Bailey, Vampire, goes, I've had, we could call it a conversation with Tery Byte, who graces us with his presence. And I don't believe we need to fight each other. At least I'd prefer not to fight Tery Byte. We don't need to get into this. You've already, and they look at the alley, and he glances and he goes, We've lost a friend. But we're smart enough to understand why you would have come in with violence. And we would prefer not to get into a fight with certainly the friends of Tery Byte. But also, it seems like some of you might be able to actually harm us. And that's not our favorite thing. So can we have a bit of a conversation? Maybe talk about what your goals are, what our goals are, and then maybe we can part our ways amicably.
Kilo
Stop eating people.
gives a long, deliberate stare before slowly exiting the truck. He's very mindful of he's very aware of how big he is, so he tries to make himself bigger as he approaches.
He is so big. I mean, Jonathan Bailey's not a small man, but he's an average-sized man. And Queen of the Damned is maybe a couple inches taller than Jonathan Bailey, but not particularly nearly
Yeah.
as broadly built. Morticia is even taller than both of them, but they're under the ice cream truck right now, so you can't see
We're
her.
under the ice cream truck.
And
Wicked Witch of the East style.
and Jack from Mass Effect 2 vampire. And vampire is like 5'1".
Of course, she'd be the shortest one.
She's short, but she's feisty.
That's like I like them.
But yeah,
What would you say the alternative is to you feeding on people in alleyways?
when you
Well,
come,
when I put it like that, does it sound bad?
no, I'm not going to lie. I have no moral compunctions with feeding on people. That is not why I would like to have a conversation. But we don't have to feed on people in Velis. We were just sampling the local delicacy. It's been so long since we've been here. We've been stuck in St. Blaise for months, years, decades. I can't remember the timeline. And so we grew bored with the local delicacies and we decided to branch out. But we didn't understand that there might be consequences to those actions, and that is our fault. And we would like those consequences not to happen. So the alternative would be we go back to St. Blaise. When St. Blaise disembarks from Velis, we disembark with that, and then no more of the station's population being drained dry by me and my coterie.
That's one thing. Why do you have to overindulge?
What do you mean?
Why do you have to drain them dry?
Because
got
the
somebody
fear of
dying in
death
the ice
is
cream
what
truck right
flavors the
now.
blood.
Okay, well, let them think you're going to kill them and then don't.
Yeah, but like,
Why not?
there's an instinctual body chemical reaction that happens at the point of death that like creates the satisfaction of consuming.
So just drink Bloody Marys with actual
No,
blood.
fuck that.
I mean,
She could be named Mary for crying out loud.
that is an interesting idea, and if I was going to open a restaurant, I certainly would do that and call it Bloody Marys, and there'd be every staff member would have the name tag Mary, but there's not enough of a demographic for that.
You can do special nights at certain restaurants.
It's
The
You
foodie never
could-
stops.
I don't have a good comparison for this because the closest thing I can think about what most people eat is meat. And though I could say, well, you could just cut off one arm of a chicken and the chicken would survive, it's not quite the same. So I
It's not quite
recognize that. But you could all be vegetarians and you're not.
How do you know I'm not?
I mean, I'm not talking about you, but like the
Wait.
general population.
Wait,
I
chickens have
got a
arms?
chicken arm like that.
Yes, chickens don't have
That's the
arms.
future.
Here.
Yeah,
Mm.
on Velis, chickens have arms. You
I
didn't
thought-
know that?
You don't know. You don't know that the chicken wings are
Yeah.
actually just like flexing
The
bisect
genetically
arms now.
modified,
I guess that's
genetically
where-
modified
yeah.
chickens.
I guess
They
that's
just
where
walk
chicken.
around like this.
I guess that's where chicken fingers come from.
Chicken fingers
I
are
see
literal
that.
chicken fingers. Oh
Oh
no!
God.
Chicken wings are just lats. They're just overbuilt lats. Chickens are just bipedal mammal creatures now.
And of course, that means that now there is a chicken freedom militia known as Armed Chickens.
Armed chickens.
Tragic.
Oh God. Anyway,
If
Chicken-
someone comes at Nim going, do chickens have arms? He needs to
Chicken-
walk away.
Chickens with bare
That's
arms.
just
You know, It's-
chickens the bare
I mean,
arms.
I've seen them.
But
Sometimes they
But
give
yes.
you they give you like a roast chicken at a restaurant. It's just like posed like that. on the-
yes, we do eat.
Just some kind of crazy bullshit.
We do eat
Kentucky
chickens.
Flex Chicken.
Kentucky Flex Chicken is good. All right, that you've crawled back into my good graces
Look,
immediately.
Steve's
with
got to
that.
write it down.
Kentucky
Steve's
Fried
got to write it
Chicken.
down. There's not-
It's
writing it
it's
down,
logged.
too.
It's logged.
Write that down.
That's a
And its mascot, the Swolnel.
the Swonel.
No.
I don't like that. I don't like a jacked colonel. But and yeah, and so it's like not you specifically, but in general, all of you all, many people eat meat when they don't have to. And yet they do because it's delicious. And they murder the animal because it's delicious. And so...
Yeah, but those animals are grown to be eaten. The people of Velis didn't necessarily volunteer.
If you go back
be
long
eaten.
enough, most people are part of a food chain. You could argue that they were grown or existed to feed others.
I think you know.
Oh,
you're
that's
talking out your
semantics.
ass.
It's
Good thing Nim can't hear this.
I
She'd feel
think you
very, very
know.
threatened.
Stay in the truck, little birdie. Stay back there.
Is there
He's a natural
is there a
prey animal.
jacked chicken
He's a
back
prey
there?
animal.
Is there an absolutely vascular chicken back there?
It'd be
Not
the way
yet,
it is.
working on it.
The doors
worry
just
about it.
burst open and
Listen,
What the cluck did you say?
I don't expect to win you over to our morality, but we'd rather not risk harm, and we think that you'd rather not risk harm. And
True.
do you really care that much about the population of St. Blaise? The people
Yeah,
that
they got great
abandoned the
food here.
station? No, not Velis, the station. The St. Blaise, as a reminder, is the group that like Atlas shrugged themselves off the station, took a bunch of their yachts and stuff like that, made their own little colony, and they've been visiting visiting for the last several days, couple weeks at this point, doing the normal sort of like ambassadorial thing. But they're pretty much the wealthy elite have created their own little island society and took a lot of useful things to society. Velis survived because, of course, it did. It has millions upon millions of humanoids on it, and tons of material, and so they figured it out. But St. Blaise is sort of like the island of wealth that is the only thing that sort of orbits around Velis, and it's just a collection of wealthy ships kind of connected together to build a station.
Bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
the guy that I'm trying to save, is he from St. Blaise?
No. You don't have... I'm not going to hide that from you. The clothing that this person is in is not from St. Blaise.
Too humble for
this
St.
is-
Blaise.
If you were hunting Blazians, then then who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, we wanted to try the local food. It's been, like I said, decades since we've been on the station. We happened to be in a couple of the ships during the separation, and we weren't paying very close attention to politics of the moment, and we found ourselves separated. And then we were like, well, we've got all the nice things here. Why not stay? But it grows boring.
All right.
Don't vampires
Right.
have like rules and shit about like where you can hunt and stuff? Like,
Right.
you know,
Everybody.
cameras and stuff?
Unfortunately, I don't. They're giving us a deal. We're running out of time. I think we should just let them go. What do you think?
Well, we may need to.
We have other fires to put out right now, and we're talking to Jonathan Bailey Vampire of all people. And we just
JBV is what my friends call me.
JBV, a formal name. JBV. We do not have the time to entertain
I appreciate that you consider me a friend by calling me JBV. Thank you.
this mother clucker. We gotta get him out of here.
Can we get the? Can I just go
What's it?
get the truck off of Morticia? Just,
So Morticia started crawling out from under the truck. She's looking
I'll
rough,
just-
like she was run over.
I'll assist and I'll assist, like lift it up, like make it easy. dust
Morticia,
her
how's
off,
the
like,
edge? How's the undercarriage looking?
God, look at like no hard
Surprisingly
feelings.
clean. It looks quite delightful.
Oh, they're just little teenagers.
Like
good.
no hard feelings.
So would I.
What? No hard feelings, handsome. I've overheard the things.
Don't butter him up. You
I
gotta
mean,
go. We have no time.
I will
We have no
butter.
time for this.
I could imagine him
You
covered
do.
in butter. It's good.
Oh no!
I like my men.
Oh, man.
I like my short kings because Morticia is
Go
like
on, get.
several inches
Go
taller
on,
than
get.
Izzy.
All right. Go. I'm shooing with all four hands.
So sad.
Get out of
Just
here.
quickly
Get
write my number down and just give it to her.
No,
I
no.
will find you.
No, you won't. Please don't.
And then
Daddy can't be the only- Look, Daddy can't be the only one.
Please don't find him. Please don't.
but
find him. He's
yeah.
too young for you.
well,
It's too young.
well, you all consider in character what you
Come
might
over.
do. We're gonna cut back to Eddie and the blood transfusion. Eddie and Nim in the blood transfusion because you're like engaged, but you're also doing this.
Yeah.
I offered you the ability to take one harm, body harm, in order to make sure that this transfusion was like the most successful it could be. You got a 4. You don't know exactly if a 4 gets you all the way there or without any kind of consequences, but you know that one harm would do it. Do you think
I'm
Eddie
taking
would
the
do
harm.
that? He seems pretty committed to saving this person, so it's like,
Yeah.
like there. So mark one harm, and
Yep.
you make an adjustment, and the blood flows a little faster and better.
All right.
The only other role I'm going to have Eddie do is I need you to roll me, and you can make this a move, control, or focus roll. Yeah, it would have to be move,
Let's
control,
make
or focus. So it's either in
let's
your
make it
body or it's
move.
in your in your thing. You're now guesstimating how much blood your body can lose and how much it's losing in a moment. You know,
I got a
at
5.
what the rate is. All right.
5's not bad.
5's not at all bad. 5 definitely succeeds.
Woohoo!
Eddie, as you put blood into this person's body and it drains from you, your ability to block out the noise begins weakening.
Emma.
It begins
Oh, no.
lessening over time. You're not going to bleed out,
Okay.
but in this scene, your ability to keep the chorus out of your head, keep whatever other noise out of your head, is getting worse and worse. I would love for you to make a sense roll, please.
I know.
That's a 6.
Nice.
You're being the noise comes through, but maybe it's the time you've spent with it. The fact that you've engaged it more directly, much to your own dismay, you're able to filter it a little bit better. It's loud. It's not something you want, but it's sort of like I'm in a loud space and now suddenly I have the ability to plug my ear with my finger. It's not perfect, but it does do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being at a concert during the opening act.
Eddie,
I am not here for this noise, but I can deal with it.
Eddie, someone is trying to reach out to you through the noise that you've never felt before.
Okay.
New brain who this?
A new interloper.
You can. It's almost like a phone ringing, and you've never noticed that it was ringing. You've never heard it ringing, but in your gut, you know that you could pick it up. You don't know who's on the other line. You don't know anything about who's trying to reach you, but someone is trying to reach you at a distance, like somewhere else on the station.
Honestly, I think in the state that Eddie's in right now, I think he can't resist that call. Like, so it's like it's almost like it's less like a phone ringing and more like somebody just put a song on, a specific song. It's like, try not to listen to the song. Nope, the song's playing.
Okay.
Yeah. Eddie, when the song opens up, two things happen. Number one, your mind, you get two kinds of communication. The overwhelming noise of the chorus, the song that you've heard, but different. It's a different stanza. It's a different part of the song, Eddie. You also, just before your like vision is fully wrapped up in being distracted by this, you get a message on your glasses that just says from your friend who you haven't heard from in a bit.
Yeah.
Your mysterious friend that was like, I'd hoped we'd had more time.
Sometime.
And in the ice cream truck, Eddie, you get a full-on planoptic display vision, just like kaleidoscopes and everything, full Kubrick style sequence.
2001, I'm becoming a space baby. Got it.
You get that. You don't know what's going on. Nim, Kilo, and Izzy, Izzy, if you happen to be looking in that, but Nim and Kilo definitely, because Kilo's still close enough.
Yeah.
Eddie's body disappears.
Why do people keep doing this?
It's just a tube, no blood in the tube anymore. Just like what?
Yeah. Tube drops off. Eddie's body disappears.
I've missed something in the minutes.
Yep. His mind opened up fully to the chorus while doing this.
Oh, cool.
Nim, response,
What?
feelings.
This.
Distressed bird noises immediately.
Yeah.
She's immediately like pinching the tube so like no like the blood and everything, and just like
Wait. Nim, your mic isn't procking right. What are you doing? What, Nim?
She's immediately like hurrying. She's like pinching the tube so that the blood's not just like leaking out from the wrong end and everything. And just going, he poofed. Eddie poofed. He's gone. He's gone. Where did he go? He pulled it up. He's gone.
Eddie's gone.
What? He like
He was here and now he's not.
he kind of walks backwards away from JB, like doesn't want to take his eyes off of the vampires, but like briskly walks backwards to peek in the truck.
We were bleeding him, and now that he's gone, where did he go? Is there any evidence
And
of
then
like
kind of
anything
quickly
of him?
turns
Or is
back.
he just like completely gone?
He's gone as if he wasn't there, but you don't have like the memory gap. You saw it happen,
Right. There's no memory.
and everything. All of the vampires are visible to Kilo.
Right, but there's no like as if he was never there, so there's no like weird anything left behind or anything. It's just
Yeah,
gone.
it's well, the hose is there. The tape seems to have maybe gone with him. Actually, there is something that's left behind. I should have described this at this. When he disappears, his glasses clattered to the ground.
His fucking glasses.
Oh no, it's a left behind situation.
Immediately scrabbling for those. They're gonna get scratched.
Kilo not having context immediately turns back to JBV. What the fuck did you do?
Whoa, this wasn't us. I didn't do anything. I mean, I jumped with Tery, but I realized how bad this sounds. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah. You,
This looks. I don't know what just happened.
Mean.
all right. Well, you have experience jumping between spaces, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we let you go if you help us figure out what the fuck just happened. Because our friend was in that truck, and he's no longer in the truck.
Queenie and the Queen of the Damned coated vampire.
Kelly walks into the scene from
Vamp-
stage right.
Yeah, vampire. Dark skin pulls out
Gets down on one knee. Continue.
the nails. The gold tipped or the gold designed, perfectly manicured nails, lower down slowly. For Kilo, this is infuriatingly slow. It's not actually that slow, but it is so deliberate in motion. It's very vampiric, and then reaches down into like almost a pouch, like just a pouch with like a cord tied around it, like not even anything modern. Opens up said pouch, dips her finger into this like powdered rainbow reflective sort of dust and sniffs it into her nostrils.
Okay.
Nostrils, and then closes it. If Eddie were here, he could tell you what the dust was. But Eddie's not here.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
And her eyes don't roll, they just lose focus and the pupils widen. She starts getting visions. None of you in character can see this, but her mind is racing through the station and elsewhere. She doesn't shudder, she doesn't like shake with any of this, but you can see that she is not mentally present until she comes back 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Not on the... She looks. He's not on the station. And at that same time, corroborating that unintentionally, Grem is, what happened to Eddie? I lost him.
He's gone.
What?
He disappeared.
Did he get sucked out of the station? I can't track his biosignature anywhere.
I didn't see it. Nim saw it. I didn't see it. I wasn't in the
just hear
truck.
it, then he's not. Just kind of. His glasses are here.
He's. Yeah,
the man, the myth, the legend is not.
He's nowhere.
He's not any nearby satellites or anything?
No. Like, maybe he's on St. Blaise? Maybe they... Did it feel like a matter teleportation? Is that what you saw? Did you see him, like, disassemble?
I've never seen that to know.
Okay, then it wasn't that.
He just blinked away.
Graham goes quiet on their comm side. JBV and the other vampires are looking at all of you, being very still.
Technology, it's above me.
So, read any good books lately?
I have read this one about the chemical interactions between
Morticia, don't talk to him.
Okay.
He's too young for you. Morticia, please. He's too young for you.
Number one, impressive that you knew my name. Number two,
He's still learning. You gotta leave him alone. He's a
Okay.
grown boy.
Well, what
Leave him
about
I
alone.
you?
can be taught.
No,
What
no,
about you, dark
He's
and
exactly where he
scaly?
wants to be.
no.
Maybe
No.
you
I
could.
can learn.
Maybe you
I
could both
can be taught.
participate. You could mentor him.
No,
Okay.
no, I won't do that.
Okay. Anyway, back to the drama.
We're just Palaxies, okay?
Palaxies.
What
Strictly.
about snow palaxies? Okay, back to the drama for a moment here. Eddie. You find yourself sitting at a dining room table. You've seen this before. There's two young boys on one side of the table and a woman sitting across from you with like kind of reddish tinted brunette hair, freckles, freckles, kind of like a very like not quite cherubic, but like round, affable, like best friend in a movie vibe,
Sure.
right? And she goes, "Well, are you going to eat your pancakes, Eddie?" And you look, and there's pancakes in front of you.
Where am I?
Well, you work too hard at night sometimes. Your father's being silly. You eat your pancakes. Eat your pancakes, then hug the boys off before they go to school. And these are young children. These are like 3-4-year-old children. Hug your boys off before they go to school, and then you can nap, and I'll make sure to wake you up a little after lunch.
Okay. Yeah. Have a good day at school, kids.
Both of the kids run up to you, Eddie, and they're like, "Thanks, Dad," in like a real childish voices, and they hug you. And then they both arrive to a pod. You're still on Fellis. The pod doesn't look like anyone you've seen, but it is a pod. When you look out as they exit the door, you can see the digital false sky, buildings, hovering cars. And they get into the pod, which ferries them off to school, apparently. And you have this brief moment, and then you blink, and it shifts, and the same woman, a few years younger, 5 to 7 years younger, is sitting across from you at a cocktail table, like one of those tall tables with two like stool chairs with like low backs.
Yeah.
And you and her are both having drinks. She looks like she has a carbonated, probably beer of some kind. There's quiet music in the background. It's not too busy. Seems like a nice place on a weeknight kind of thing. There's a bar. It's kind of dark in here. It's a little bit smoky, but not upsettingly so. And everything. And she's laughing as if you just told her a joke. Eddie, you're so funny. This is going so much better than the first date, right? I can't believe it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been we must be having fun, right?
What is going through Eddie's mind right now? Like, what is he thinking? How is he feeling?
He's trying to keep up. He's confused as hell, but it's he's basically trying to just go along with this, whether it's he's had weirder trips than this.
He just kind of yes-anding to what he sees.
Kind of, yeah.
Give me
kinda
a,
someone waking up from a coma kind of thing.
Because honestly, it's probably because of the drug use.
Yeah.
It's probably because like he knows like any times that he's tried to like fight the hallucinations, that's a recipe for a bad time.
You're not supposed to tell the dream people that they're dream people. Things go wrong.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bad time.
give me a
Oh, it's a
sense
good
roll,
time.
Eddie.
Sure. It's a 6. Man, I'm throwing rocks tonight.
Nice.
Two things come to
Alien.
mind immediately, but I will come back to you with what they are.
Mhm.
Coming back to the rest of the group. Kilo, Izzy, Nim, Morticia, Jack, JBV, Queenie, all standing there. The sun is coming up. Eddie has disappeared. Queenie has expressed they're nowhere on the station. Graham has confirmed they're nowhere on the station. What do you do?
What the hell do we do now? Do we keep going? Do we?
Does the victim seem stabilized?
Yeah, the person in there. I think Nim, you're plugging the one side of it, but you look. They're a lot more filled with color. They're breathing a little bit more, like a little bit more fully now. And if you touch their chest or any part where you'd feel a pulse, you can feel a much more consistent heartbeat.
I think she's gonna start scrabbling, trying to say, do they have a fucking like first aid kit? Do they have bandages or something here?
They got
She wants to patch them up
yeah.
so that she can focus on something else.
So Nim focuses on
stop her arm up.
finishing that person.
Yeah.
Kilo, Izzy.
I think Kilo, unfortunately, this is more of the same given his history.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the chorus does come to mind
Mm-hmm.
as somebody who would know potentially where the
Mhm.
missing people go.
Yep.
But he knows they also work in mysterious ways, and yelling at the sky doesn't do the trick.
They only ever talk to you that one time. For some reason, they never
Only ever
talk
that
to you
one
again.
time. Yeah.
I'd even talk to us.
For some strange reason, only that one time, and no one knows why.
Yeah, and nobody interfered with my ability to talk to them ever. That would never
No,
happen.
he was doing it at the time.
That would never happen to
That
me.
you didn't know.
That would never happen to me.
Nope.
That'd be crazy.
So I think it's just because he has losing himself to frustration at not understanding the situation will do no good. So I think you just see a steely determination settle over his face. Because right now we do have directives that we need to follow, and now Eddie has been added to those directives. So he has something else on my list now that I need to complete.
Okay.
And that's how he's compartmentalizing that.
Izzy's trying to look cool, but also panicking on the inside.
Yeah.
Because every time the first disappearance,
I
like he put a
literally
sheet.
have.
It's like, what's up?
No, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Glitch. I just
thinking
thought
you
it was funny because I literally have a move called compartmentalization or
Yeah.
a feature.
That's funny.
That's neat.
It's a move we
Pretty much, Izzy's like, you know, when you do the magic trick in front of a dog with the sheet and the dog, you disappear.
Yeah.
Kind of like that right now. Just
Listen. Obviously, something has suddenly come up We were talking about coming to an accord.
You
We
could
would
just
like
go.
to leave.
Just go.
We will. I swear we won't affect anyone in Velis. Good luck with your friend. And
Thank you.
Keep your
Look at what
teeth to yourself.
Unless it's and look at more attention. Unless it's consensual. Just-
and
Oh my
Don't
lord.
call him.
I will figure out that for you.
Don't.
More.
Once you
And
go scale, no one else will prevail. Like
you
just
send the
If you
vampires
call
back.
him, I will come to St. Blaze.
You run. You let them escape into the night, and they do move extremely quickly. Or
We're
escape
gonna
into the
regret that
dawn.
someday.
They do move extremely quickly. None of you in character will pay attention to this now, but you now have contacts in
St. Blaze.
in St. Blaze with
Yeah.
a cadre of
Yeah, I do.
vampires, with a
No, you
house
don't.
of vampires that may or may not be useful for future things. Terry
I'll tell
walks
your
and
dad.
follows JBV for like a couple steps and then shakes his head and is like, no, I should, and turns back around. So, and does maybe the least helpful thing and most Terry thing in this moment. So what happened to Eddie? They're aware that he's aware that Eddie is gone, but doesn't like just looks at you, Kilo, and Izzy, and like looks in from the outside into the ice cream truck. So what's happened to Eddie?
We don't know.
he's gone.
We don't know, and we're going to have to find out.
We got to keep
Somehow.
moving, and maybe the answers will come up.
As day dawns in Velis and the lighting shifts around the station, Grem goes, I think, especially with Eddie, you all should come back to base. I don't
There's
think
too much to do.
I think we're past that. Not just because of Eddie. I have some information out of you on these other dots.
All right.
Going home without
Izzy,
Eddie
on the way
feels wrong.
back, can you just get in the truck so I can see you? Please, can you just get in the truck? We've already lost one. We don't need to lose anybody else. Just get in the truck.
I stick to the roof. I mean, as in I'm in
Izzy.
the truck.
Inside,
I'm
but
in the
on
truck.
the ceiling.
Exactly. Like inside, just not happy about it.
In the car, Eddie. Get in the car, Izzy, they say.
Nim, on the way there, can y'all comb the back of the truck to see if there's any hints of anything back there that we may have missed?
She's already got like his glasses. Like she had, like hooked it into like the
Yeah.
front of her
Yeah.
shirt and like looking around for anything else. Every so often, just double checks the guy. Like, okay, breathing.
He's just
Anything. Just don't break
he's just
hard.
driving, and
I'll
he looks a little dead inside. I'm not gonna lie. He's just very
Oh no.
tunnel vision.
Nim, you see that someone is messaging the inside of Eddie's glasses on the like octal projection.
Oh.
Is there anything for her to like just try to like fumble, try to figure it out? In the way, it's like very much like the grandma on a new phone, just trying to figure out. Like,
You're a tech girly. You got this. You could do this.
Glasses. Glasses.
Sure
I'm
you
going to
have
say-
at some point.
We're going to go back to Eddie, but I'm going to say
Yeah.
what it says inside of those glasses after we come back from Eddie. Eddie,
Yes.
with a 6. This is not like when you were browsing between people's minds.
Mhm.
And just as you blink and shift again to a music store In Velis, for time in memoriam, the concept of physical media for music is not a common one. There are, like, they have different forms of it, but something has shifted in the way that there is no concept of like a subscription app. So what people do is they go to a place and then they get a license to have the music, and they own the music that they have, and they can put it on whatever devices they want. But it's still digitally provided, right?
Sure.
And everything. So it's arguably better than the current world, where it's like you have, of course you own it, you bought it. It's just not a physical unit, and so you go to like music shops to buy music from artists and from these places, and you see maybe a year young, or not much younger than before. Will, I'm going to task you with coming up with the band that Eddie's happens to be looking at the moment that someone else, he notices someone else is kind of like uncomfortably a little close to him, looking over his shoulder at that same band. And it's like a little projection that kind of has like an album and like pictures. So it's almost like a website a little bit, and it can beam samples of the songs into your ear device or audio device to listen to it.
I'm going to go with the band name that I have always wanted to use for a band of my own, but it either got voted down from the rest of the band, or we could never get the group together to work, and that is Dr. Zaius and the Damn Dirty Apes.
Very fun.
You're looking at a band called Dr. Zaius and the Damn Dirty Apes, and this woman who you've now seen twice at two very different locations, technically 3 times, though you couldn't make out her face in the vision. You see her go, "Oh, another fan of the apes." Hi.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, well, it's going pretty good. They just released their new album yesterday, and I just got off work, so I can finally get it.
Yeah, no, I'm a kind of a new fan, but yeah, no, I dig them.
New fans are the best fans because new fans get to hear them for the first time. They hear the songs for the first time. My name is Gwendolyn. And she holds out a hand.
Hey, Eddie.
In this moment, Eddie, with a 6 on the die roll, clarity like you've never had it before comes to you. And what's maybe more interesting about said clarity is not so much that you can... It's that your mind is clear both of substances and of noise. You realize you are sober. You realize you're experiencing something supernatural. You realize it's related to the thing that's been a part of you for so long, since you could remember. But in this moment, intellectually, you understand that you are not dreaming, hallucinating, on a trip, or in some sort of psycho supernatural state. You glance around the store, you realize there's lots of bands here that like haven't been popular forever. Where is this store? You realize that the pod that picked up your kids looked different, but like looked kind of correct. Looking at how Gwendolyn is dressed, everything here seems not so much like a historical rendition. So not like we would perceive maybe like the 14th century attire, but comparative to how we might perceive people dressed in like the back half of the 19th century. So we'd have an understanding that like ragtime music exists and classical music exists and stuff like that. You realize that's what everything kind of feels like it's that antiquated.
Sure.
And I think in this moment, Eddie, you realize that you are in not another place and not another space and not in your mind, but in another time. And
Oh my gosh.
with that sixth sense roll, Eddie, you have a choice, but only this choice. And we are, well, first, before I go into this, what is Eddie's thought the moment it hits him, the moment his brain comes to a level of clarity it's never come to before, of no noise, no substances, delightful person that you've now seen 3 times, and you've been rolling back through time. What's Eddie's first thought for this?
His first reaction is just sort of like look around and take it all in, and just like and he's even going to say out loud, "This is real, isn't it?"
I mean, yeah, it's real. Whenever Dr. Zaius releases a new album, it's like a moment that should be marked in changing the views on music.
And yeah, he's just kind of like,
As you
there's a moment he's experiencing it like this is what it could be like, you know, like even in his wildest dreams, this is just a dream, a fantasy. Like
Yeah.
this, like he can't imagine a world where it's quiet and he's sober and good things are happening, you know.
Eddie,
The strange quiet ideal.
Yeah.
you think this is what it could be like. And instead of a different language or a whole chorus of voices, you hear kind of a melodic, not quite singing, not quite speaking voice respond in your mind to that. This is what it always was. You just hadn't got here yet. And it doesn't sound like Gwendolyn. It doesn't sound like this woman. It's definitely in your head. It doesn't sound like the chorus. It doesn't sound like any noise you've ever had. It just sounds like a clear, crisp voice.
Sure.
Same as it ever was.
Yeah. This is not my beautiful house.
Yeah.
um,
You just hadn't got here yet.
and with that, Eddie is going to relax in a way that's almost like he's been holding his breath for 25 years.
Good. I think here then. I'm sorry I'm taking a gift that you see as a curse away from you, but I'm going to need it later. And you get no explanation from that. You know the voice just disappears before you have a chance to respond. Eddie? And you see in front of your eyes, fingers waving, hello, hello.
Huh? Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, bit of a Bit of a. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go get
I'm
you some
great,
food
actually.
and some water. Let's go here. There's a cafe. Let's go get you something to drink,
Yeah.
something to eat.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And you and Gwendolyn walk out of this music shop. Take a left. Pods racing above you. The city not as tall as not as closed in as you remember it. Close though. Not that far off if you think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just your disposition. We're going to cut back to Nim, Izzy, and Kilo, and specifically Nim holding the glasses. Nim, as the message populates to you, Nim, you just see in text, thought we'd have more time. Hopefully, somehow, this gets to you. Or maybe someone else is reading this because you haven't put the glasses on, so it hasn't like registered that they're being worn.
Mhm.
I always feel like I never got enough time with you, Dad, and that's not different now. If anyone sees this, please give this to Tery Byte. And
What the fuck?
that's what you see, Nim. What does Nim do with that information as you hold the glasses like this?
She's gonna fold up the little legs on it for a moment. Kind of think about it. Not the first time I've been the messenger. And she's gonna go and tap Tery. I guess a message for you.
Tery takes it. I don't know. I
And
don't think these match my outfit currently.
read.
Can't you read it for me?
Literally my job. And she would read it out. Just staring him down.
Oh, a fan. Tery will do what Tery does with the glasses. Kilo has been driving you all back toward the blimp. All of you are missing Eddie and have no idea where he is. Eddie is somewhere, somewhen, drinking a water, having like a little bit of food, and talking with this young woman that he's run into. Eventually, whether Tery puts on the glasses or someone else presses about the glasses or some such, eventually two things or a few things are revealed to your group from Grem when looking through historical records. Records that are hard to dig through because of so many centuries. Hundreds, thousands of years Velis has actually been a station. Maybe 2,000 years. But about 1,000 years ago, there was a large, tragic accident. And it had been edited out because it was 1,000 years old. A gentleman and his wife died in an emergency situation where there was a hull breach. They died when both of them were trying to pull others out. This all happened during the midday of a standard weekday on Velis, and they are survived by 2 children. Both of those children have now become wards of the state, or then became wards of the state, at the age of 5 and 6, respectively. One, a young man named Jeremy, and a brother named Tery.
Oh my lord.
The plot thickens.
Eddie. It's been 10 years since you came back to the past and met Gwendolyn. You've had 2 sons. You actually suggested the name Tery because all during the pregnancy, Gwendolyn was acting so spacey and aloof, and they could not get enough dairy product. So the second child is named Tery. But right now, you and Gwendolyn are dealing with the fact that Gwendolyn, regardless of if you would have joined her, and so of course yourself, and maybe you would have done it anyway, are currently trying to hold on to people in this now quarantined region of the station. It's like a city block that is venting out into space. You can hear the emergencies. People are being sucked out into a portal that's roughly about the size of like a garage door. So the air is quickly leaving, and you and Gwendolyn are both holding on to something and holding on to people as the alarms are blaring. And it's in your mind, it might be the last moment you have together. In reality, it is. It's 10 years. What's going through Eddie's mind?
Honestly, it's just gratitude. Like Eddie never believed he deserved a second chance. And the fact that he got 10 good years is incredible to him. So, like, sort of seeing this portal and everything getting sucked out, and he looks at Gwendolyn, and it's just, this has been everything. The 25 years that came before that were, those don't matter in the face of what he's been able to experience in these last 10.
And in that moment, that is where we're going to end today's session of Cosmos Candela. saying goodbye, Daddy Deckard. With a group of people now, one person down. All right. I don't think I'm going to do the round robin. You can find Abby at Giggle Girl Productions over on TikTok. You can find Glitch at the son of a glitch on social medias. You can find Kelly at the Kelhop on social medias. You can find Will at Radio Free Will on social medias and places, and other TTRPGs that you can dig up by following Radio Free Will. You can find
Excavated.
you can find Julia on at stark.ju over on Instagram, and you can find me here at Dying of Exposure playing with these wonderful players. We will be back next time for the fallout of Eddie no longer being with the group and what might come next based off all the other events that they were not able to intervene on. Bye, everyone.